Hello, welcome back. I am so happy to be back. I'm so sorry. I've been away the past couple of weeks. I am a mom of three, so kids have kind of been taking the priority a little bit. So I do apologize for not being here the last couple of weeks, but that's all going to change. I'm going to be back into my routine and be here on a regular basis. Promise. So if you are new here, welcome. My name is Jackie Baker. I am a real estate agent serving Bergen County, New Jersey. I am with Coldwell Banker Realty, and my office is based in Allendale, New Jersey. So welcome. And if you are watching this on the replay, welcome. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop it in the chat there. Even if you're watching this on video on demand after this live recording, feel free to post any comments or questions. I always get notified and I'm happy to answer any questions. So speaking of comments. Okay. Hi, Javier. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And I also have, hello, Jen. Hi. And I have here Tanny MKM. Hello from New York City. Hello. Oh my gosh. I love when people from New York City join me. This is great. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. So what I'm going to get into this week, I just want to touch on some real estate news. I'm trying to, just keep everybody updated on what's going on out there in the crazy real estate world. And I just got to notice, oh, and Jim, my buddy Jim's watching too. Hi, Jim. So anyway, what I'm going to get into tonight is, again, some real estate news, talk a little bit about the market. I want to get into what's going on with Zillow. It made the news last week regarding Zillow getting out of the iBuyer market, and that's been pretty interesting. So I'm going to share some stuff with you about that. And I'm going to do a little bit of story time too. I had a recent experience regarding a home inspection. Yeah, wait till you hear this story. It's a good one. So let's get into this. I'm getting a little more tech savvy here. This is pretty cool. So I'm going to, I know you're all impressed. So let's do some screen sharing here. So I want to share with you. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. This was the biggest one that I came across. Now, this is an article from Realtor magazine. This is produced by the National Association of Realtors. And this article was just posted the other day. Bidding wars hit the lowest level of 2021. Now, if you watch my channel and you've seen my videos over the past few months, I have been pointing this out since, I don't know, May or June. We've been seeing the multiple offers kind of slow down a little bit. And this article validated that. So they're saying in September, now this is national, they're saying only 58.9% of home offers faced competition in September, and that was the lowest of this year. And September also marked the 5th consecutive month in declines of bidding wars. So this is good news for the buyers out there. However, it's still a seller's market. It's not going to be crashing anytime soon. You are still going to have some competition. Right now, we're in the fall, going into the winter months, into the holidays. This is typical. This is typical for a market to be slowing down. Now, the kids are back in school, getting into the winter. People kind of just don't want to be bothered. So unless you have the really serious buyers, then yeah, the people are still out there because they need to get a house. Now, another interesting thing is interest rates have gone up. And let me unshare this. So interest rates have gone up too. And I was speaking with a fellow lender friend of mine who does a lot of my clients' mortgages. As a matter of fact, he'll be with me next week. I'm excited about that one. So make sure you stay tuned for next week's episode. But anyway, he said to me that they do believe that the rates will probably just cap out about 3.5%. Okay, that's still really good. Now, I know there were some people this year, and I had a couple of clients that got below 3%. So that contributed to part of the frenzy this year because everyone wanted to take advantage of those low interest rates. But as they come up, Yeah, well, it's gonna buyers will probably back out, but not many. Is it gonna cause a shift in the market? Is it gonna become a buyer's market? Oh, no, no, no. 3.5% is still a really good rate, and that's not gonna put a dent into the market shift at all. Sorry, but that's where we're at. So, um, yeah, so that's what's going on there. And but speaking of bidding wars, so seeing this, so saying September was the lowest month. Now, a few weeks ago, I was out with buyers and we went to a bunch of open houses and there were lines out the door again. And I was thinking to myself, holy crap, are we back in the spring? Are we going back to what we had in March and April? That was oh my God, it was so bad. And wouldn't you know it, one of the houses that they put an offer on, they had 9 offers on the house. We got it. We got the house, but, um, so there are certain areas, especially if the inventory is really low, like in this one particular town, it's extremely low. Obviously, you're gonna get a ton of demand. So you will still see that situation where you're gonna have a lot of offers on a house. You are gonna see it. But overall, not as many. You're not going to see as many of these bidding wars where you have like crazy amounts of multiple offers. So yeah, so that's pretty exciting news for the buyers. Um, because it's very discouraging. I just recently also had one of my buyer clients, just she had to drop out of the market, and I feel horrible about it because it's just so draining. It's been so draining on her and her family, and I feel horrible about it. And, but look, I get it. I get it. It's tough. And sometimes you just got to sit back, regroup, come up with another contingency plan and, move forward. So hopefully in the spring, things will look better. We'll have more inventory. Still not understanding why the inventory is still so low. I don't know if it's still the uncertainty. I'm thinking it could be the uncertainty of the market. I'm not the market of COVID. I don't know, but we need more houses for sale. Anybody thinking of selling? Kidding. I'm not here not here to do that to you guys, to push my services on you. But anyway, so let's get into the next article. I had to talk about this because if you follow me and you're a subscriber, you watch my the video I'm going to put out tomorrow. It's about Zillow. So the biggest news that happened last week, Zillow is getting out of the iBuyer market. Now, what are iBuyers? All right, let me explain this first a little bit. So iBuyer, so there's a couple of companies out there. One of them is called Open Door, and then there's Zillow. Now, Zillow got into this business, I would say 2018. And what it is that people could go online, say, I want to sell my house, and say they would go to Zillow, I want to sell my house, and they would put all the details about their house online to Zillow. Then Zillow would turn around and do just use their algorithm or their artificial intelligence to come up with a number to offer that seller. And if the seller liked the price, great, he accepted it. So then Zillow would then take that house, they would buy it, make some renovations, and then turn around and sell it. Now, there's a lot of controversy about it. So there's a lot of speculations, I should say, why Zillow got out of the iBuyer market. They announced this on October 19th. They're saying they're not buying any more homes through the rest of the year. Now, the one article that I had found, it was from the LA Times. They said Zillow's backing out because there's a shortage of contractors and they can't get the help to get into these houses and help them renovate and make repairs. Okay, fine. I get that. As much as I can't stand Zillow, that kind of makes sense to me. But you go online and look at other articles. Oh my God, you thought the world was crashing. Everyone was saying that they're speculating that, oh my God, is this a prediction? Is this Zillow? Does Zillow know something that the average person doesn't know, that the market's going to be crashing in the near future, and that's why they're stopping purchasing homes? No, I don't. I don't think so. I just think that's people just trying to stir the pot a little bit. I don't think that at all. But what I found before, just before I came on here, this was really interesting. So this article, this is saying that it says here what you need to know about that viral iBuyer TikTok. So there was a TikTok video that went out from this real estate agent. He was in Arizona, Sean Gotcher. And Sean was basically saying, he put this video out there saying that the iBuyers are skewing the home prices upward, and it's basically pricing out traditional buyers. And so now they're saying that they think this video going out there is kind of what did Zillow in. I don't know about that either, but he has a point here. It says here, he says specifically, Gotcher argued that iBuyers will purchase a good 30 homes at a given price within a specific neighborhood and then purchase a 31st home at a higher price to drive comps up in the area. Now, by raising the comps, those iBuyers can then turn around and command a higher price for their homes that they have bought, and now they're going to turn around and sell. So are they doing that? I mean, this is what this guy is saying. I mean, here in New Jersey, we don't really have too many iBuyers going on here. I don't know of anybody that has used Zillow to sell their house. I know it's very big out in Arizona, out in the Midwest. I know my niece was thinking of using Zillow to buy their house, and she's out in Minnesota. Oh, 1 second. Let me see. Okay, Tanny MKM question. My relative bought a 4-unit rental unit that is 3-hour drive from Long Island for $250K with $33,000 yearly income. My question is it still possible to find property like this? 3-hour drive. So if you're looking in New Jersey, I'm not sure, but you said 3-hour drive from Long Island. I'm not really sure where. Are you talking here in New Jersey that they bought a property, a 4-unit rental? But anyway, here in Jersey for $250, probably not. I don't think you're going to find something that low, especially here in Bergen County. There are definitely good properties out there, for sure. So if you're interested in something like that, let me know. But could you just answer me right there to let me know exactly where they bought the property? Because I'm not sure if you're referring to New Jersey or not. So thank you. Javier, if you're still on, can you answer this question for me? Do they have, are iBuyers still big out in Arizona? Do you know? Could you tell me if you're there, please? Anyway, so getting back to Zillow, I don't think that they are seeing what's lying ahead, that the market's crashing. I personally think Zillow bit off more than they can chew. I think they just got into something. I don't think they should have gotten into that at all. You'll never hear me say anything positive about Zillow. I can't stand Zillow. A lot of real estate agents don't like Zillow. They basically sell leads to real estate agents. They're not the best leads either. They're just people who are looking at houses on their website, and then they'll put in their information, and then they turn around and they sell it to real estate agents for like an astronomical price. And so, yeah, we're not big fans of it. And we're also not big fans of the Zestimate. If you went to Zillow and you see a Zestimate and says your house is worth like, X amount of dollars, and you're like, wow, that's so much. Hold on a second. My manager's texting me. She better come on. So anyways, estimates, if you go on and see his estimate, if you see his estimate and you're like, oh my God, my house is worth this much money, a lot of times it's not accurate. It's not. If you really want to know the true value of your home, you got to get a real estate agent to come in and look at the comps in your area to give you an accurate price. So anyway, so that's the whole situation, what's going on with Zillow. But I thought this was interesting that this TikTok video really threw Zillow for a loop. I'm like, all right, this guy, I can get behind him. I think that's great. So this is a great article. If you want, I can link this to the bottom in the description box. Once I'm done, you guys can read some more about it. But yeah, this made big news. This is a big deal last week, and it doesn't mean the sky is falling because Zillow's not buying houses. I don't see that at all. I just think they don't know. I just think it's poor management on their part, and they really can't get the help. They can't. I mean, can anybody find a contractor these days? It's like, it's ridiculous. So anyway, all right, let me just check my comments. Okay. So what else do I want to share with you? Okay. Hold on. How's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody good? Having a good time? It's Tuesday night. It's raining like crazy here in New Jersey. Oh my God. I can't take these nor'easters. They're ridiculous. Okay, next article. Hold on. Oh my God. This is another one I found a little disturbing. Single buyers face hurdles as starter homes dwindle. I mean, this kind of makes sense. I mean, with the low inventory that's going on right now, but it's I mean, for people who are just entry level and wanting to just get into a house, it's becoming more and more difficult, and people are getting priced out, and it's frustrating. It's really frustrating, but the benefit of now, a lot of companies are offering remote work. You know, if you can move out of the area where you're working and you can live somewhere else that's more affordable, then hey, you know, you could possibly find something else, somewhere else to live. Just like this example here. Where did he go? Right here. Single homeowners have been forced to move locales to buy. For example, Jonathan Morgan, 34-year-old software engineer in Austin, he felt priced out of the hot Austin market. And by the way, Austin, Texas, it's ridiculous right now. So this guy had to move to Grand Rapids, Michigan, where he can still work remotely for his job. And the median home price in Grand Rapids is $278, whereas in Austin, it's $515. So this is kind of, you know, it's hard. It's really hard. And I feel horrible for people who, you know, they just want a house, and it's just been really difficult. So, anyway, Jen, how's the condo market? Condo market, it's still pretty good. Not as crazy as single family homes. But it's still pretty good because it is more affordable. So especially for those people who are starting out, I did help. I had a buyer earlier this year. It was actually over the summer. It was a first-time buyer. He ended up just going with a condo because it was a more affordable option, even with the HOA fees. So it's still pretty strong. David Matney, hello, welcome. Well, thank you. Enjoy your videos. What is your biggest lesson learned since starting your YouTube journey, or what advice are you giving an agent starting their channel? David, the best advice I could give you is to be consistent. Get that video out every week. And if you don't feel like recording a video, too bad, do it. I'm serious. Consistency pays off. I've been at this for 2 years now, and it's been awesome. And I've helped a lot of people. I mean, people are appreciating the information. And so as long as you're consistent, you will do absolutely fine. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate that. And if you have any other questions, let me know. You can email me or call me. I'm happy to help you out. Okay, so let me stop this. Okay. So what time is it? Oh my God, I'm like 20 minutes in. This is great. Okay, so story time. Okay, I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. I was dropping hints about a situation I was dealing with clients of mine who had bought a house, or were buying a house, and they had an inspection, and specifically a septic inspection. Now, in New Jersey, there was an addendum that you signed when we signed the contracts, regarding the septic. And it's basically saying that the buyer has the right to walk away, has the right to cancel the contract if they are not satisfied with the condition of the septic system or the remedy that the seller is offering to, if they have to fix the septic system. So we go in, we had a septic inspection. Come to find out, it was failing. There was many components wrong with this system. I mean, it was pretty bad. So my clients went back and said they would like a whole new system replaced. It was original to the house and it was time. It needed to be replaced. Now, septics can run like $40,000. So anyway, sorry. So it's about $40,000. So they'd asked for, they wanted a new septic system, which this happens. And sometimes sellers will do that. They'll just have to go and replace the septic because honestly, that's a health issue, right? You have to have a working septic system in order for somebody to live in it. And so they asked for that. And then the seller came back and said he had his own septic inspection done. And it was pretty much in line with what my buyer's inspector had said. And he said, no, I'm going to make the necessary repairs to the certain parts of the septic system to make it functioning again. So my buyers were like, no, that's fine. You can keep it. So they decided to cancel the deal. Lo and behold, the seller did not want to let them out of the deal. Oh my God. We were panicked because they had put down a hefty deposit. And I mean, a lot of money they'd put down that was being held in the escrow account of the seller's attorney. So this dragged out, I'm not kidding you, for a month. This man, this owner had basically held up my clients' lives for a month because he was not budging. He didn't want to give up. He wasn't going to give up the sale and say, no, I'm going to fix it. But they had the right to walk away because that addendum was signed. And I was kind of disappointed in their attorney, the seller's attorney, because I don't understand why he didn't even just say, go ahead, let's cancel it, because we had an agreement, a written addendum, signed addendum saying that these buyers had a right to walk away. So anyway, so fortunately they were able to get out. It took a month. And at one point, the seller was asking for $35,000 to get out of the contract. And we're like, no, he had no right to even ask for anything. He had no right to ask for anything, any money at all. And listen, not to scare people out there, stuff like this does happen. Sometimes you get some sellers that are very emotional. They need the money, they need to sell, whatever happens, whatever they're going through. Sometimes it's just taken out on the buyers and the whole thing. And what a nightmare that was, because I really was getting scared. I didn't think this guy was ever going to let them out. And then my buyers are going to have to go and sue him to get their money back and get out of the contract. So anyway, little lesson there for you. Just so if you're going to be buying a house that has a septic system, make sure you sign that addendum and the seller signs it too. Because excuse me, if that wasn't signed, they would have been in big trouble. But it's just, listen, I get it. Buying and selling is so super emotional, and the emotions get in the way and it can cause really bad things. So just that was unnecessary. For 30 days, they just disrupted this family's lives because he didn't want to let them out. It was like he was going to force them to buy the house, and you can't do that. You can't. So on the upside, which was great, this was the same family that I just won them. We just won the bidding war a few weeks ago over 9 offers. So that was really awesome. Very excited about that. Okay, let me see. Oh, hello there. Please forgive me. I hope I'm not bashing your name. Um I'm sorry. Don't kill me. What's the typical earnest money to put down in New Jersey? Right now, I will tell you 20% would probably is typical. People have put down less, and and that's okay. But when you're competing against other buyers, if you're buying a house that's in a multiple offer situation, the more money you put down, the better you look to the seller. Um, it shouldn't matter. I mean, look, there's FHA programs. I mean, you can put as little as 3.5% down. I have helped people with just 5 to 10% down, and they've gotten a house. But on average, we're seeing about 20% down that people are putting down on a house. So anyway, anybody else have any other questions? My phone is blowing up, Jen. Sorry. Um, yeah, so that's what I have going on today and this evening, this week. Got a busy week ahead. I can't believe it's like the end of October already. We're coming to the end of the year. Good God. Um, yeah, so the market is definitely slowing down. And I don't know. That's really it. Got some inspection. Well, I had some inspections go on this past week. Now it's just getting to the closing table. I have a couple of deals closing next month. And yeah, I'm going to be wrapping up the year. It's crazy. It's so crazy. But if anybody's thinking about buying a home, you're thinking spring of 22, I would highly recommend getting into it now. Start your research now and research. Number one, the most important thing you want to do is you want to look at your credit. You want to look at how much money you have saved for a down payment and talk to a lender. You need to talk to a bank to see how much you qualify. How much of a mortgage can you get? How much of a house can you afford? That's the first thing you need to do before you even go and look at a house, before you even talk to a real estate agent. Get your pre-approval and then get with an agent and just start researching the towns, the areas, and then get out and start looking at some houses just to get an idea of what's out there, what style of homes are available. I work with a lot of first-time buyers, and what we like to do, because a lot of people aren't familiar with the different styles, we'll look at various homes like a split level, a bi-level, colonial, a ranch, and to get a feel for, okay, this is the style of home that I like. And then we narrow it down from there. Like, okay, then we're only going to look at split levels, and we're going to look in these towns. So it's a little bit of a process. It does take time. It takes a few months. So if you're thinking of buying in the spring, I highly recommend you get on that. Start planning now. And if you need any assistance from me, look, you don't have to hire me. It's okay. But if you have any questions, definitely reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions. Jen, never be house poor. Absolutely. I'm glad you said this, Jen. So one thing you'll see is when you go to get pre-approved, you're going to see a lender's going to tell you you could be pre-approved. You could be pre-approved for say $500,000, but your monthly payments can only really afford. You can only you're comfortable with say $400 to $450,000. Don't get all excited when you see, oh, we can afford $500,000 house. That's where you get in trouble. That's where you can become house poor. Like Jen was saying, do not do that. Okay. Just trust me on that one. Work out a budget. Say, okay, I want to spend whatever, $2,100 a month for mortgage, taxes, and homeowners insurance. Okay. And then from there, work your way to figure out how much of what your home price should be. My God, I can't talk tonight. Sorry. Oh, Jen, thank you. Your commitment, knowledge, and professionalism is incredible. I appreciate that. I try. But anyway, I'm probably going to be doing a first time home buyer series on my channel. So look out for that. And if you're new, if you're watching me and you haven't subscribed to me yet, could you subscribe? Because I think you'll really like what you see on my channel. So it's good stuff. And so, yeah, again, tomorrow, 12 o'clock, I'm posting the video about Zillow getting out of the iBuyer market, like I just talked about before. So, yeah, I think that is it. Does anybody have any other questions for me? Comments? And if you're watching this video on demand, definitely comment, give me questions. I'm happy to help you guys. So anyway, that's it. Oh my God, I so appreciate this. I so appreciate you guys being here. This is amazing. I hope I answered all of your questions. And again, reach out if if you need anything else. And thank you, Jen. Thanks for watching. And Jim. And yeah, that's it. All right, guys. So next week, stay tuned for next week because I'm going to have Bob Wilderotter from Homebridge Financial. Bob is he's a lender, so he's a loan officer. I do a lot of business with Bob, and Bob's going to come on next week with me, and we're going to be talking about the rising interest rates, and he's going to go into details a little bit about like how much buying power you lose every time the interest rates rise, or when they drop, how much buying power you gain when interest rates drop. So stay tuned. That's going to be a good one next Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Please come back. Please join me. This is so much fun. I really appreciate you guys being here. Okay. All right. Thank you, Jen. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Take care. Have a great week. See you then.